Aloha and welcome to the Murph's Place 808 for the Love of Golf podcast. I am your host, Murph. I hope everybody has had a good week out there. And boy, do we have a treat for you guys today. We've got not one, not two, not three, but four of what I've now dubbed the Four Horsemen. Richard Shepard, Dan Messner, and Troy Wirtz, along with myself, make up the Four Horsemen, which is a group of guys. We play golf together, and both in the Beach Boys and VGA. And you guys may have remember me talking about the money belt, where it only includes the four of us. And that is why I've dubbed us the Four Horsemen. We have a new belt. Dan had a new belt made. Obviously, this is not videotape, so we can't actually see the belt. But it is currently being held after today's round by Richard Shepard. So, guys, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for coming and joining us today.
Thank you, Murph, for having us.
Thank you, sir.
It's always a pleasure.
Always fun.
Shep's a sandbagger.
Yeah. So, was it even close today as far as the money goes? Or did he run away with it? Or
He ran away with skins and greenies.
he
Ran away with skins and greenies, yeah.
Okay.
But he did pay me.
Yeah, I did pay him.
Thank you.
Oh, he paid you.
Yes.
Off a technicality.
Troy, did you have to pay him or did he pay you?
Internal money, I
broke
won
even.
the money.
We broke even.
Oh, you broke even. Okay. All right. So he won a skin and that put him over the top.
No, it was two skins, a greenie, and a chippy.
Oh, wow. Made a little bank today.
Little bank. Had to cover Troy's greenie that he had on 12.
That's how I do it.
That's right. Cut him. Don't let him win no more money.
He had a couple sister-in-laws out there, though.
He had a couple what?
Sister-in-laws.
Sister-in-laws.
You know, his ball was too closer to the hole than it should have been.
Exactly. Exactly.
So anyhow, so we got a few things to talk about today, fellas. Obviously, we have the VGA state tournament coming up on June. Give me the date, Shep.
June 12th.
June 12th. Over on Maui at Kapalua. And we were supposed to play there last year. What happened with last year? The COVID stuff, right?
Yeah, so the state's, protocols with the inter-island travel was just too big of a pain because they weren't allowing us to travel inter-island still. They had that quarantine thing that no matter what you had, if you got the test done or whatever, you still had to quarantine for 14 days. So we scratched that, moved to Colina, and this year we're finally doing it. Dan and I just came back from there on Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, on Friday. We just played out there. It's in great shape. You know, they're about to do their semi-annual maintenance. They're going to close it down for a month, and we'll be the first group out there.
Awesome.
I think we need to back up to that Colina round last year. Who won that again?
Yeah, Dan.
Oh, yeah. The Shetland pony rider.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Dan's going to be the honorary starter next year.
That win by Dan kind of hurt me last year a little bit. And I really don't appreciate the fact that you made me autograph the $10 bill. And now not only do you still have that $10 bill, you've posted it up with your damn trophy that you won. That's not very kind, Dan.
Yes, I show it to anyone that's willing to walk in the house. The post office guy, he came in the other day during some boxes, and I took him upstairs and showed it to him. He was totally impressed.
Was I there?
No.
That's why you won.
Well, he would have been in a whole different flight.
Oh, yeah. We're in a different flight than Troy, so
You were the low,
at that time.
You were the low gross of the day too, right? Out there?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Played.
Would you beat me by one stroke?
No, you took like 12 extra strokes on the last hole, if you remember correctly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
So I think it beat you.
Yeah,
by
but I thought I
9.
put that only beat me.
That hole, I was up 1. I was up 2 going into that hole, and then
Oh, that's right. That's right.
you went after it.
I try to forget bad stuff like that.
Yeah, you went after it a few times there. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That was what, 75, 76?
I think I shot 77.
Yeah. Troy, are you going to states?
Yes, sir.
Nice. What, as far as right now, Shep, what do you have as far as entries go? Is it looking like we're going to have a full field or a pretty decent sized field for the tournament?
It's going to look like we're going to be about 80 players. Registration closes tomorrow, so we got to send out another email. But I think last time we checked, we were at 71 registered, and that's not including the guests or anything like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. Myself and Dan had a meeting with the head pro on Friday, worked out the final details. So we're going to have the flyover, shotgun start. And like I said, the golf course is going to be really pure because it's going to be right after they do their maintenance for the year. They close it down for a month too because they have the capital to do that. So yeah, it's going to be a big field. It's going to be a good time.
Am I signed up for that already?
No, not yet.
Do I need to sign up for it?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
We can't manually enter you for these stupid ones.
Okay. And it closes when?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, well, I guess I better jump on there and do that today. I'm sorry. We had a VGA tournament Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did that end up turning out? Obviously, you guys know I can't play right now because of my wrist, but how did it go Saturday?
You played out of your mind again, didn't you? You shot 70.
Well, you call it out of my mind.
Yeah,
But
well.
I played pretty decent.
Held it all together. We played with us three and David Ross, Dreadhead, and he was 2 under. Got it all. Thought he had it all going on all cylinders, and he made triple to come to finish up. So it was pretty cool.
How'd you
Brought it
play?
home strong.
How'd you play, Troy?
I give out the spankings to both these young men.
That sounds like pretty strong.
I don't know exactly what world he lives in. He's living in the world, not real golf world. He shot equal to me that day, or one less. I think I shot 80 after the reevaluation, but you shot 81, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did win the money because we are a correct golf group and we give strokes when you're supposed to. So he did clean house on the money, but he lost the money because
The skin.
I won
yeah.
skin.
Oh, the
Again.
skin, the dreaded skin money wins.
Yeah.
So did you end up winning your flight?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you.
Oh, you're the only one in it, though, right?
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was me and 47 of my best friends that didn't show up.
Troy, what'd you shoot?
I shot 81.
How'd you finish?
He won his flight as
Yeah, I
well.
think I won my flight, yeah.
What'd you shoot?
84. I won my flight because I'm the only one in it.
You are the only one in it.
It's the truth.
That's how he gets so many wins.
Exactly.
I need to get somebody into your flight to give you some competition. I think I found the person.
I want to, man. I want to. It sucks only playing two competitive rounds a year.
It sucks playing with yourself.
It does. It does. I have no friends.
He set you up perfectly for that.
I have no friends.
So, well, that's awesome. I'm glad the state's it's pretty much set up. Then everything's good to go, and
Yeah, and the course looks great right now. I mean, they aerated the first cut on the greens when we were over there this last time, and it still looked really good. So it's going to be phenomenal. They were rolling really true. Wasn't real lumpy. The practice green was a little out of shape, but the rest of the greens were perfect. So I can't imagine it not being just absolute glass when we get back there.
The great thing about that golf course is, Dan and I have played there, 4 times now?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
3 or 4 times in the last 6 months, but we took two of my staff members up there that have never been out there or played golf out there. And they just, once they got on the property, their phones are out and their jaws are freaking hanging on the floor. That's just how beautiful and pristine it is. Too.
yeah,
So,
that's really nice.
pretty cool.
So I should bring up that we do have a golf trip coming up.
We have a couple.
Well, not including the state, but we do have the World Amateur Handicap Championship tournament coming up.
111 days.
We do have last year's flight winner in his flight here today, Dan Messner,
Yes, thank you.
which is very impressive when you're going against 3,000 other golfers. Well, not that many in your flight, but that many people there. What you been doing to prepare for this year, Dan?
So I guess the last month I've really been prepared. I think I've lost 15 pounds. I've been working on some different things. I changed some different things in my bag.
I was going to make a smart ass comment, but I didn't get it out quick enough. Sorry. Go ahead. So you lost 15 pounds.
I've lost 15 pounds.
Would you took a shit or what?
No.
Oh, okay. And you did what in your bag? You changed some stuff out?
I've changed some clubs around in my bag this year. Just took out a couple higher irons, and I'm kind of getting used to the hybrids that's filled those slots.
Oh, so you're hitting hybrids for like what? They're 3 and 4 wood, or 3 and 4 iron?
I got rid of my 4 iron, and now I have a hybrid in there. The 5 wood that I replaced in the bag last year is still there. Experimenting with a couple different things with my other putter, the twin putter, what I have now, with some different weight changes, just to see if I can get any more consistency out of it. And I've just been steadily taking $15 from my friends to encourage me to keep going.
And one thing I know that you did change is before we used to play 5-5-5 match play. Now you only want to play stroke play.
That's correct. I only play stroke play leading up to this. I did this last year. Of course, we weren't all a group last year when I was leading up to that. Now, I guess I was pretty new to the group then. But definitely don't want to play match play. It's a different mindset for me. So I try to just kind of keep things in line with what I'm going for. Every tournament, every time that we play golf is all about building up for the World Golf Handicap Championship. That's really the major.
And when do you start preparing for that?
About 4 months out is typical. For the last 4 times that I've been, that's what I've done is 4 months out and try to learn each year something different to be prepared. I quit going to the range prior to the tournaments now. If I do, I go hit like 15 golf balls. I'm back into that mode. Spend a lot of time on the putting green when I get to places. And just recently, just really trying to increase the focus. And I think the stroke play does that. I think it increases my focus on the golf course to try to stay in it, because in stroke play, you can get out of it really quick.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with that, and I can see how you'd want to kind of take that path, because in match play, if you and I are playing a match, and I'm putting for birdie, and it's a pretty sure thing, and you're putting for par or bogey, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. But in stroke play, like, you got to actually grind and try to make everything, because whether your guy shoots a 4 or 5, if you shoot a 6 or 7, you're going to be over him. You need to stay either with him or go lower.
That's correct. Yeah.
So yeah, I can see your point of wanting to do that. Troy, are you doing anything for preparing for World Am?
Actually, I won't be going to World Am.
Oh, you're not going.
I'm not going to World Am.
Okay, but you are going to the States.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shep, what about you? Are you doing anything in particular to prepare for World Am?
Yeah, I'm just taking the advice of the guys that went over there. We had, that's stay at your house, or last time you went out there, your little cottage thing that you did last year. You had someone that placed in first, and you had someone that placed dead last. So I'm just trying to figure out how to put 7 rounds of golf together in a row, to post some decent scores. So I've changed out all my equipment. I got on TaylorMade's team now, so I got all the TaylorMade stuff.
Team TaylorMade, baby.
So I got all their stuff in the bag and just trying to get used to it. And same thing like Dan, just trying to play stroke play. That's it. Because it is a different mindset. And I caught myself today because I had a match play event with the Beach Boys this morning. She made a long par. I'm like, I still need
He got whooped.
Oh yeah, I got. It's hard. It is hard.
What was the final, by the way?
It was way
5-4.
5 and 4.
Yeah. I mean, she played out of her mind. She's a 17 handicap. She shot 41 on the front, and it's just like she parred the last 5 holes, right?
It might have been
like,
18-1.
Jesus
Who
Christ.
cares?
I made a birdie. She makes a par. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! I can't even get a stroke back here. It's like there's nothing you could do with it. So I mean, it was fun. But,
Yeah.
just trying to stay in it.
All right.
She played really well.
Yeah, she played out of her mind, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't.
She does pretty good during match play events that we have in the club. So
Because she went double, then she went par, then she went bogey, and then she went par, 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 and then it was stroke hole, stroke hole, stroke hole, stroke hole, and like next thing I know, I'm making the turn. I'm 4 down. I know you want to say something smart, Troy.
say it, Troy.
Did you have to give her a full handicap?
Yeah.
Then why don't you give me mine?
Oh, that's a good question.
I give you the same thing Dan gives you.
Dan, too.
Okay, hold on. Before we get into that, I do want to talk about that,
wanna
Troy.
air this one?
I want to talk about. Hold on. I want to talk about handicaps, but before we do that, let's take a short break. All right, welcome back, everybody. Again, we're in the studio with. Hey guys, I got to tell you, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you how. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Not only that, but Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other sites. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's ANCHOR.FM. The Four Horsemen, Richard Shepard, Dan Messner, and Troy Wirtz, along with myself, dubbed the Four Horsemen because of the money belt. Hey, by the way, Dan, that money belt looks awesome. And it's going to look really nice somewhere in here on my mantle when I win it the next time I play.
There's plenty of space in here.
Because there's not much
I
more
don't see
room.
many trophies, so.
I mean, look at all the trophies. You don't see many. Look at all those plaques, trophies. There's
Hey,
eight.
just because
I think there's
finish
8
a
wood
bottle of
Koa wood
tequila
bowls
doesn't
down
make it
there.
a trophy.
I think there's 8 wood bowls down there, trophies. I've got. Oh, don't pay attention to that Hall of Fame plaque over there. I've got. Oh, did you guys see the USGA silver medal up there for low amateur? in
Aren't you the
tournament?
only one inducted into that Hall of Fame too?
No. There's a lot of guys.
Why does these bowls say Cub Scouts on it?
I think they recycled them.
Oh, okay.
I think John didn't have enough.
All these trophies with somebody else's name on it.
There's nobody else's name on them. Shut up. Anyhow, let's get back. We were talking about, when we left off, we were talking about handicaps and giving strokes. Obviously, when that's why a handicap is established, is so that it makes the playing field level when you're playing somebody who is a 18 handicap and they're playing somebody that's a 4 handicap. They need to receive strokes to make it a level playing field. However, there are some guys, I'm not going to mention any names,
Dan.
Troy.
Shep, that are sandbaggers. That,
y'all.
you know, they're actually better than what their handicaps say, and then they want to boo-hoo and cry when you don't give them every single stroke that they deserve. I'm doing air quotes right now. Deserve.
Why do you have that surprised look on your face, Troy?
If I played for as long as you guys, as much as you play, then I might be, a low handicapper. But, I earned my 13. I deserve my 13.
Do 13 handicaps usually shoot 70?
No.
76
three
or
birdies.
Or
whatever
80s?
that was that he shot
81.
a couple weeks ago. No. A couple weeks ago, he shot 70 something.
Yeah. Out at Eva, right?
Yeah.
And what was my front and what was my back?
Okay, look, dude.
What was your front?
His front was like a
49?
49.
Okay, what was your back?
35.
1 under, 35. 13 handicaps don't shoot even par or under par.
That is why
Even for
you
9
get
holes.
80% of your handicap because you're a sandbagger. I love you like
I think you
never
should-
love another man. I can promise you that. But I'm telling you right now, that's why you get
Okay.
80%.
So Shep knows he has a higher handicap than me, and I will never give him full strokes.
That's why I stroke off of Dan. So whatever Dan plays that day, I play the same as him.
You're not stroking me in any way,
No
shape,
homo.
or form, brother.
no homo. Because what were you today? A 3?
Yes.
Yeah, so he was a 3. So I played him straight up. So and then I give Troy the.
So what were you today?
I was a 6, I think.
You were a 6, so you played him straight up.
Yeah, I've been playing him straight up for the last couple.
I'm a 4, and you wouldn't play me straight up.
You're a fucking sandbagger. You are.
Well, how am I a sandbagger?
I'm going to birdie the next 4 holes.
Hey, Shep, I play him straight up.
Yeah, Dan plays me straight up.
All right, then it's on air.
But
I'll
no.
play you straight up from now on.
You're going to play me straight up from now on.
And you play better when you play straight up. It's when you get strokes that you actually
Yeah, that's what I told him.
fall apart.
That's what I told him. Every time I give you full strokes, you get killed.
Yep.
When you take less strokes and you play what you should be playing, you always do better.
It's competitive,
Sometimes you win $5 from me.
and that's why I am a head case.
Not often.
Yes. Sometimes is a very, very bad understatement. You are a head case from the time you wake up in the morning to
Oh
the
yeah,
time
absolutely,
you go to sleep at night.
absolutely. And even when I'm sleeping too.
I would know you if you weren't a head case.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Well, that's a fact. I ask him all the time, Dan, when Shep, me, and Troy work together. I'm always checking on him. You okay? You good, man? You look sad.
It's not that I look sad. It's because I sit. Yeah, that's what he does too. Speaking
Right,
of
Troy? Don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. He always looks like I'm like, come here. How many times
do you need a
misses
hug?
his home
Do you
country
need a
of
hug?
do you need? I always give him a hug.
I will put this out there, okay? I am not Indian, okay?
You're what?
I'm Filipino Puerto Rican, okay? I'm a 6'1.5"
You are tall for a
Indian.
Indian.
I'm not Indian. You see this? You see what I have to deal with, people? Every day. And they wonder why my handicap's so high and why I'm a head case up there.
I do, Dan. Ask Troy. I give him hugs all the time when we're working. I'm
sure
like,
he's
you need
doing
a
it.
hug. You
That
need
might
come here,
be
man.
What you did to your hand.
All I hear,
That's
all that
probably
hugging.
what happened. I probably heard it hugging him.
He needs a hug.
all I hear, especially when we play in the morning, I'll be off on the side, getting ready to line up a putt. Dan will look at me like, "Hey, it's time for prayer." Like, fuck you. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
I thought of you and Sam's.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I think of you all the time.
Yeah, sending me texts like, "What type of curry do you eat?" Number one, it's like, he sent me Japanese curry, right? He sent me a freaking picture of Japanese curry. Like, if you're gonna be racist, at least be right.
I'm not racist.
I know you're not.
I'm caring.
Yeah, you love everything.
Yeah, he just want to make sure that you're taken care of, like me.
I just wish you would
He cares
accept the
about
fact
he cares
of what
about
you are.
he cares about your physical health. I care about your mental
No,
health.
you don't. No, you don't. Go ahead, Troy. You're just sitting there.
That'll be nice.
Why?
So anyhow, it's pretty cool. We haven't got to use it a whole lot, but Troy, you've assembled a simulator in one of your storage units.
Yeah.
What made you even think about doing something like that?
Golf Channel.
You guys taking my money. That's pretty much why I want to do that, because I just want to get better. I want to get to single digits, and I think that's probably one of the only ways is by going out and practicing is the best way for me to do it, and not having the time to go out to the courses because I pretty much work at night. So,
Right.
that gives me the opportunity to play, whenever I get a chance.
Yeah, that one night we were there till like 3 a.m. We got done working like at 1:30, and then we went there to drop stuff off, and then we went there into your simulator, and we were there till like 3. I was like, damn. So how's that working for you? Are you getting to use it a lot?
Unfortunately, I've been working too much. I haven't had a chance to go in there. I haven't seen it for probably about a month since the last time we played.
Wow, that's crazy. But that's a cool setup though. How you get the net in there and the TV and you can play other courses on it, right?
Yeah.
And you can also like
You have par
Like-
3 challenges. You have
you can
So the
Long
build up
ball
for
hits, yeah.
the system that he has is phenomenal. Phenomenal. You got me drinking. Anyway, I'm talking like Shep right now. So the system is great because you have a through the bag that's automatically built into the system that you can really get your numbers off of each club. You've got a driving range that you can just use as a driving range, and then you have a yardage challenge or a target challenge that if you want to work on a specific club, you can set the number of yard that you want. If you want to work on your 8-iron 160 yards or whatever you monsters hit your 8-irons, but you can just work on that and get the feel for that and just beat a ball until you get an understanding of how that club works. So the system that he has is really good, and he's right. That's a good way to get down to a lower handicap. I know it changed me when I had one the same way. It was the same goal, was to get the handicap lowered. So I quit paying money as well.
Yeah, that setup you had at your house was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, and you've got everything. I mean, you got the stuff to bend and change the loft lies.
Yeah, so that's going to go into his shed, my loft lie machine and my putting mirror and my
Shaft extractor.
And all that stuff is eventually going to go into there because we are such a close group that I trust that it'll be taken care of. But
Have you had to use that shaft extractor a lot?
Well,
we just used it last week.
Yeah, I just did a club for
Shaft.
You're talking about clubs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, of course your mind would go there. Why's your hand hurt again?
Yeah, so that way we all, as this group, and Troy's very particular about making sure that nobody's going to go in there and damage stuff. So I feel comfortable. We'll move that stuff over there so that if you guys want to bend clubs, you want to build clubs, you want to change shafts, you want to do those things, all that stuff will be there and readily available. And obviously I'll be there to help guide you through it.
I was going to say, 'cause that's a little bit out of my my skill level, is bending clubs. And
yeah, I know it's not like turning a bolt lefty, loosey, righty, tighty for you, but it is.
Yeah, well, it'd probably end up the same way that worked for me at the golf course.
Exactly right. Exactly.
Shooting off a geyser 30 feet in the air.
It is a big deal, especially as he develops his game. My clubs are extremely weirdly bent, if you will, because I try to fill the gaps. As we all know, I'm not a long hitter. I don't hit the irons far. I don't hit the driver far, but my gaps are pretty tight, and that's because I have that loft machine.
I heard they're not very tight, but
well, that gap is extremely tight, sir. But anyway,
it's a family show. Keep it clean.
A family show.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. The setup that Troy has up there is pretty awesome.
He did a really nice job.
I just wish it wasn't downtown and it was more of a beach.
I mean, we're in town every day.
Well, yeah.
You too.
Well, yeah, at night at 1 a.m.
You stay out there as long as you want. Bring your dollars for par 3 challenge. It's all good.
Yeah, last time we were there, we were playing for dollars with the par 3 challenge.
At 3 o'clock in the morning.
At 3 o'clock in the morning. Hitting, not even with our own clubs.
And
Troy's,
I live a half a mile from there.
Yeah.
I get a phone call.
Oh my god.
At 3 in the morning?
You would show up at 3 in the morning?
I didn't say I'd answer. I didn't receive one, but if I did answer, you never know.
Yeah, we don't want to have to explain to Lay why we're calling your phone at 3 a.m. trying to get you to come down to a golf simulator.
Oh, you're talking about the golf doctor?
Yes, the golf doctor.
Golf doctor, yeah.
The golf doctor. Speaking of which, I want to have her, Dan, explain a little bit. You guys just opened up she opened up a clinic, yeah?
Yeah, she opened up a urgent care, aesthetic care facility.
What's the name? What's the name of it?
That you've utilized it already, everyone in this room, except for me, because I don't get the service I need.
I didn't use it.
Well, technically you did, because when we pulled your sliver...
I used your house.
Well, it's the same. So anyway, so it's a urgent care facility.
Same medical
Island
license.
Medical and Beauty Clinic. Really proud of her. She's done a really, really nice job. I'm just kind of going at it slow and steady to get business built up. She's still working as a family doc in the hyperbaric chambers through as a contractor out to the hospitals. But real excited about it. The urgent care is self-explanatory. The aesthetic side of it is way, way, way beyond me. But she has lasers. She does chemical peels. And this is all stuff that has to be done by a doctor, not by a cosmetologist.
Yep.
It actually has to be done by a doctor. Laser should always be run by a doctor, especially in this state. It's required by law. But she does really good things for acne, anything that's gonna help the skin, really. Acne, rosacea, all kinds of stuff. I could get out her business card and read to you for about 30 minutes on it, and most of it I wouldn't understand. But yeah, she's really, really excited. She's really motivated about it, and she's trying to really give back to her community because she's a Vietnamese doctor and she speaks fluent Vietnamese, and that's kind of her target range for her urgent care, except for my golf friends. Because there's so few Vietnamese doctors here on island, and being as she graduated high school here, went to the University of Hawaii, and then went on to Des Moines to become a doctor. Very, very proud of her. It's a very, very nice facility.
What's the name of it? Where's it
Island
located?
Medical and Beauty Clinic, and it's at 3470 Waialae Avenue, number 6. And just so all clearance here, Shep has helped me move equipment in, and Troy has come in there, and we did the initial clean. I say we, I supervised. He did the cleaning of the clinic initially, so I didn't screw it up. He asked me to just stay back so I don't mess anything up. But really, really big help from all my friends, and I appreciate it. And trust me, she does as well. Appreciate everything that you guys have done. And that's about enough of this sappy crap. Let's get on.
Yeah, but yeah. So anybody listening, if you're interested, you can go down there. Especially, I have a large Vietnamese following that listens to the show anyhow, so they can go see Lei. She's a very good doctor. She did wonders with my finger after she numbed it. The before part wasn't too enjoyable.
It was enjoyable for me.
Well, yeah, you sat there laughing at me the entire time as I cried like a baby.
Yes, it was very fun. My dog even was worried for you.
Yeah, your dog had more care for me than you did.
Rocky was feeling sorry for you.
Yeah.
But we had a talk. He won't do it again.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Troy Wirtz is the owner of ITS Clean Hawaii. So if you have any cleaning needs, get a hold of ITS Clean. He does a great job. Shep and I are working for him at nights to pay for a golf trip that we're going on. And hopefully Dan's going to be able to join us. But Troy, tell us a little bit about our trip coming up in October.
October 1st?
Yeah, October 1st.
We will be flying out to Thailand, going to Pattaya, and playing 9 rounds of golf out there on probably some of the most immaculate courses you'll ever play on in your life. Staying in the Ozo 5-star hotel and just enjoying ourselves playing some golf out there.
And I hear there's a rumor that there possibly may be a new belt
There will be.
being constructed for the winner of the now dubbed traveling tournament.
Yep, it'll be like an
International champion.
intercontinental champion.
Intercontinental champion belt for the winner. We still have to come up with a format as to how are you going to win the belt.
He's foreign, though. He doesn't count.
Look, dude, I am not foreign. I am not foreign.
And Dan is going to try to accompany us on this trip, correct?
Yeah, I think I need to come over for at least 2 rounds and win the belt, and you guys can play the other 7.
No. You got to be there all 7, all 9 to win.
Not work like that.
Should only take me 2 rounds.
You got to be there all 9 to win it.
Yeah, I can tell you right now the 9 rounds is not going to happen. If I can get out of here for 3, 4, 5 days, maybe. But that's still up in the air right now.
Do the same thing David's doing.
What's David doing?
Staying for a week and then coming back because he's got work. He's going to Vegas next week, and then he's trying to manage all these trips that he has going on too as well.
Wasn't he trying to incorporate one trip into the other?
Yeah, he's trying to work Guam into Thailand, which they're not on the same side of the frickin' planet, so I don't know how he's going to make that work. But he said he's going to, so should be fun.
So Troy, Troy, you've actually played over there a couple years ago. Didn't you play a tournament over there?
Oh, yeah, I played a handicap tournament out there.
How was that?
It was actually incredible. Golf Asia puts on great tournaments out there for, he said it's for scratch or handicap golfers. It's just a lot of people going out there and a lot of fun.
Is it handicap? The tournament is handicap then?
Yes, sir.
Or do they have 2
flights.
separate?
They have flights for
okay.
ABC flights, yes.
And how did you end up doing in that? You end up you won a.
I was actually winning it before we had to come back. I had a 3-stroke lead, and then we had to stop because of COVID. I had to fly back on the next flight out, or we would have got stuck out there.
Wow.
Your tie would have been
Always an excuse. Always.
I'm not the one that's only gone for 7 days. If I can go,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's committed to the full 9-day.
I'm proud of you for your commitment.
good. We got more
I
people
could
coming
put you in
too.
a baby car seat, and you can sit right next to me. You know,
That would be
Oh.
great. You get a booster seat in the cab. I'm happy.
Hey, he would fit perfectly on those little moped taxis that they have.
Well, don't 2-year-olds get the size of 2-year-olds get to sit on your lap for free?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the flight would be free for him.
All for a dwarf. So leave me alone.
Oh, God.
Carry on.
No, that's
Hey, just because I'm the size of his man boobs doesn't mean anything.
I know. Who are you talking to? That is muscle. That is
You're
not.
the only one that responded. I said his, and
Yeah, you
responded.
pointed.
So
You pointed.
We all know who's got man boobs.
You pointed over here.
COVID has not been good to all of us, man.
COVID is not good to those.
That's muscle. Come over here and feel that. That's rock hard.
I am not gonna
There
feel
ain't no flab there.
Don't get him excited. He's gonna lactate.
I hate you guys. I really hate you guys. Just know there'll be no mercy when I make it back to the golf course. When I'm back able to play again. But anyhow, no, really looking forward to this trip to Thailand to play over there. I've always heard, not only from you, but a couple other people, that courses over there are just awesome. And I brought that up to one of the guys. I was telling them that I was going over, and they were like, you live in Hawaii. The courses are better over there than in Hawaii. Well, courses are better in a lot of different places. Not just because we live in Hawaii and play here doesn't mean these are the best courses. The advantage we have here is we can play all year round. We don't have to stop. There's a lot of great courses in northern states that, are better than some of the courses here. It's just that the weather's...
Our average course is better than most average courses of different areas is the only difference, really. We have some really nice courses, and we have some goat tracks.
Yes.
Our average course over here is probably better than most courses because they have to take into account that they have winter.
Right.
Right? Our winter is pretty mild.
Yeah, you can't complain too much about the winter. There's a little more rain, but that's it. And a little chilly at night when you're riding home in the Jeep. So anyhow, looking forward to that trip to Thailand in October. Hopefully this COVID stuff is all over. I know we got a lot of work to do before that, getting stuff ready, paperwork, passports. So that can be a hassle at times, but Shep, are you going to be allowed to go? Are you still on the no-fly list?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I was almost put on the no-fly list fucking Friday from one of my staff members.
Why?
We went. I didn't tell you the story. So we're no crap. There we are at 4:30 in the morning, catching the first flight out to Maui to go see Dan in Kapalua, and one of my assistants comes over there. He's carrying on one of our bags or one of our banners. He's like, I'm just going to carry it on. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. So he brings it through security, and he asked me if there's no stakes. And the guy grabbed it from the Oahu director, David, and he's like, yeah, there's no stakes in there. You're good to go. Put it through the scanner. He gets flagged. And what do you know? There's stakes in there, right? So the lady comes over there all pissy, all mad, like, oh, what do you have in here? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's a pop-up banner, dude. And lo and behold, 2 stakes come out. My assistant looks at the TSA lady and is like, oh, don't worry. We just made those in jail. We just got out last night.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. She got a good, she's like, she looked at me, looked at him. I'm like, hey, he's joking. It's like, do you want them? I'm like, no, just throw them away, dude. I'll go to Home Depot when we get over there, man. It's not even that big of a deal.
Well, they were stakes just to hold down the banner?
Yeah, those banner stakes.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that would not have been good. That would not have been good. Oh. All right, let's take a short break again, and we'll be right back. This podcast is brought to you by Smart Boy Studios, the best studio and artist collective out of Ohio. Smart Boy Studios provides recording, mixing, and mastering services as well as any other audio post-production you need. Smart Boy Entertainment artist Corey Gossett is dropping a song every single week this year. Stay up to date by following him on Spotify or Apple Music by searching Corey Gossett, or on Instagram or Twitter under @KidWhoCameBack. Friday, March 26th, JV Tree is dropping his sophomore album, Oakwood Hills, featuring C Money Baby, 10 Tempo, Eamon Jones, D Knight, Corey Gossett, and Joey is Fire. It's the perfect soundtrack to start off the spring. Also on March 26th, Zachary Leon is releasing another short EP of West Coast influenced cruising songs, including another feature from C Money Baby. DeCasso also dropped a song recently titled All Right, if you need a pick-me-up today. Head to www.smartboystudios.com to stay up to date on new music, new videos, and any upcoming events. If you'd like to support Smart Boy Studios and their artists, visit threads.smartboystudios.com to check out their merch. They offer hoodies, hats, shirts, and more. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hey, so we talking about golf trips and everything. Shep, I forgot that I left out that you are going to be playing in the Armed Services Cup.
Yep.
And explain what that is.
Yeah, so it's the top. I know it's a sour point for some of us out here.
Actually, I actually qualified for that. I just didn't have the money to go. So,
well, Dan kind of beat you out.
huh?
By the state championship
By the
win
state
last year at Coalina, by the way.
What do you mean?
You guys were completely tied, and then he won the flight, so he would have gone.
But he said he wasn't going.
I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
I never would.
Are
say
you
that.
going?
If I would have.
No.
Don't even start on this.
No.
Yes, I would have gone.
I'm
if I
asking
would
you
have
if you're
qualified,
going.
But there seemed to be a little discrepancy on how things get qualified.
Yeah, so
We were qualified when we started that tournament.
Yep.
For second and third place, no matter how we ended up. One of us was second, one was
Okay,
third.
so
And then we got bumped.
how do we get bumped?
because someone from Virginia changed your address to California. That had more points than you.
Protest. I'm filing a protest.
Go ahead.
I'm going over your head.
Go ahead.
As the regional director of the VGA, I'm going to the president.
Go ahead.
What do you do? Go up to 7-Eleven?
Oh my God.
Oh.
For the
Jesus.
fourth time, ladies and gentlemen, I am not Indian, Middle Eastern.
Are you sure you're not Indian?
Yeah, I am Filipino, Puerto Rican.
Do you have any paperwork to prove that?
I guess I got the same paperwork Obama's got
Worthless.
Yeah.
with the birth certificate and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pinehurst next week. I fly out on Friday, going down to Myrtle Beach. Going to try to play the. We already got tee times down at the places we're doing the skins match at. The Fazio, right?
That's correct.
And then what's the other one? I forgot. True Blue.
True Blue.
Yeah, so going to play those two courses. Excited for True Blue, the Mike Strantz design. Played Tobacco Road a lot when I was stationed out there in North Carolina. And then after that, moving up to Pinehurst, and then we got a 3-day event playing number 8, number 2, and then number 4. So I don't know what the format is. Just going to go out there and try to play some golf.
Nice.
It's some sort of Ryder Cup, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't know how they're going to do a Ryder Cup format with 40 people.
Well, it's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard.
Yeah, but
So-
you got the 5 branches, right?
Yes.
But how are you going to, because you could only play one branch at a time, right? If you're playing like a match play event. So if it was like a Ryder Cup format, you would have to play Army versus Air Force and then turn around and play Army versus Marines or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
I wish I was going to see how it
I'll
turns
tell
out.
you how it is.
I'm kind of glad I'm not going now that he's bringing that up.
Yeah.
Well,
So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a good time.
Is this the first time you've played in it?
It's a inaugural. So
Oh, this is the first time it's
Yeah.
even been. They made it up.
yeah, so next year they're going to have the Armed Forces, I guess, regional qualifier here in Hawaii, and they're going to have the regional championship here in Hawaii as well. So all our top point getters will be able to qualify for the Armed Forces Cup through the regional event that we're going to be hosting on Big Island.
Oh, so it won't just be points
It'll be points that get you into the
into the qualifier,
yeah, exactly.
into the regional
then
type
you-
thing, but it won't be like This year it was your points period from your tournaments. It didn't matter.
The reason being is because of the discrepancy that you guys had with them. With
Yeah.
with the
There was
points.
no discrepancy for Murph. He lost.
Yeah. Well, for you, Dan.
Thank you.
But yeah, looking
Just
forward
thinking
to it.
about you, trying to keep the stress off of you that you don't have to. that you have screwed. Hey, I hang on to every win I get.
Yeah, I mean that was last year. This is a new year, Dan. Let's
Not to me.
no use looking in the rearview mirror. Let's look forward. Let's eyes on the road.
Anything that keeps me positive, and I'm positive I smoked you. Bad.
Last hole.
No
Last
pictures,
hole. I shouldn't have went
no
for
pictures,
it.
no videos.
Shouldn't have went for it.
Well, you know that birdie on number 17 from like 10 or 15
That
feet,
really was the one that
was the
ended
dagger.
it. That's why I had to go for it.
You did. And you
I didn't
did.
have any choice. I had to have a little help, like Sam Burns had 2 weeks ago at the Valspar. Keegan Bradley hit it in the water on 13, and then Sam Burns ended up making birdie last couple of holes and won that tournament.
But that's 13. You were down on 18. So
I was down on 18.
2.
2 down.
He made this crazy ass
Beautiful
putt on
birdie. We were let me tell you. Let me
Jesus.
set this up for you. Right, Murph drives the ball 60 yards further than me every time. Right,
Yep.
y'all see that every time we play. Right. So we get up on number 17. We both tee it up. He hits a great drive, and I put one. We couldn't have been 5 yards apart. I probably hit the drive of my life, the same spot. Except for he's further away because he's in the rough, and well, Dan, he's in the fairway just a little bit closer because I took a better line. So what's Murph do? He's gonna throw one up there. Oh, he threw it up there, all right, just short of the green. And I went past the hole about 10, 15 feet, stopped it, and made just a beautiful little tap in putt.
tap in.
It was nothing for me. Not that I don't think about this every second of my life because beating Murph
It
is
is
like my dream.
It sounds like you have replayed that hole over and over in your mind.
Oh,
You think about it once a week.
Script. It's the script. I got it, man. You want to read it?
What happened to you
I'll
on
sell it to you.
18?
18.
What didn't happen? He hit it right into the crap, and then he hit it right into the crap again.
What, you talk about the lake on the left?
No.
No, I hit it right.
You know that water feature that's out on the right on
Yeah,
number
the
18?
waterfall.
So I hit it short. You know where that big tree is,
Yeah.
or was? I think they maybe have cut it down now. So that tree on the right, I hit it just past that. So I had to go. I was down 2. I had to go for the green.
And I was in the fairway.
So
Perfectly positioned.
so I
Ready to
tried.
strike the ball. With precision and skill.
So I tried to hit it over the trees, and when I hit it, I hit into that one kind of funky palm, and it stuck up in there. It never came down.
It's stuck in the roots. Don't let him tell you a story, man.
So I
That's so bad it wasn't even funny.
So I dropped, and I hit again. And when I hit again, I clipped another palm, and it dropped down in that water. So it was.
You took an 8.
Yeah, he stuck and washed his balls on the same hole.
It was
It was painful.
very painful,
I just remember seeing your guys' face. Dad's over there freaking
beaming like a.
ear to ear
Look,
grin on his face.
I can talk all the trash I want, but no matter where I've been when I play golf with a group of guys, there's always that one guy you want to beat.
Yep.
And it's not about the $5. It's not about the money or anything else. It's about it's a target in which I figure I played good golf. Now, if he had shot 91 and I shot 90, it wouldn't be near as exciting. But I shot my butt off against a guy that was at that time probably 3 better on handicap. So to me, that's what it's about. I mean, yes, I'm gonna live it forever. If I see him when I'm 95 and he's 97, or whatever the difference is. I'm going to remind him of that one time in Colina in 2020 that I smoked him like a cheap-ass cigar. And probably that might be the only thing I remember.
Yeah, Jesus.
I can probably remember shot for shot from there on. But no, it was a great day. But yeah, he screwed that last hole up real bad.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Boys, we got a lot of tournaments coming up. Just thinking about it.
It's a lot of golf coming up, and not and then you got to also take into account we still have Beach Boys golf every Monday
And regionals. We have
and regionals.
Regionals. Ooh, well, I
Need
don't know
another
if I
Jameson?
another glass, but I might. But regionals looks like it's going to be exciting in Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to playing golf in Arizona in August.
Bring your camel.
It's a little warm. Bring your camel.
Shoot. We're going to need more than that, bud.
Yeah. So
It's going to be okay.
Tell your wife to hook us up with some IVs when we're out there.
Hey, you know what? That's a big thing right now. Hangover IVs. Those places that they open up and they give you the IV to rejuvenate you. That's a big money deal.
really,
That's a big deal. That you can go in after you get a hangover. You can go and get an IV.
right?
In some concoction or cocktail to bring your electrolytes up and really flush your system.
Your wife would probably cuss all three of us out and then probably beat you up for asking for something like that.
Well, she's going to beat me up regardless, so don't worry. Don't let that stop you. No, she's really sweet. She's just not. She's not sweet to me.
I was gonna say she's fine to me. She's other than when she tried to dig out
Look, she's just brutally honest.
a splinter
Right?
with no.
I mean, she's going to tell you the way it is, and that's the way she is. And I think that's one of the things I love about her most is that I won't have to question what she really thinks.
Right?
I love her responses to everything, too.
Too much golf.
Golf.
Yeah.
You hurt your elbow? Golf? How do I fix it? Stop golfing.
Troy, didn't you get a little work done by her?
Yeah, I actually got a cortisone shot in my elbow from Dan's wife.
And you said that's like brand new now.
Oh yeah, she does a great job. Very, very professional, incredible lady.
Yeah, she did a great job on my finger too.
I'll have to talk to her about that. I asked her to amputate it because I figured that might affect your golf swing a little bit.
Would it ended up like chemo?
Yeah, you trying to make me match chemo? Just a different finger?
Yeah.
Isn't she trying to do bleaching for you? Shit.
I'm not even that dark.
Compared to what?
Well, compared to you three.
To Murph's couch.
Yeah.
What?
I'm dark compared to this couch, but Jesus Christ, dude. I want to hear what you guys say about David when I'm not around. Well, I hear it when I'm around anyway. So.
We don't say anything about David.
Yeah, David's a great guy. I love David.
Oh, you love David, but you.
Yeah, he's awesome. We're not the ones that called him Dreadhead.
That's right. I would
Hey,
never do such a
I would never.
You call him that to his
maybe,
face.
but never Dreadhead.
You call him either Dreadhead or the Great Gonzo.
The great Gonzo. You have called him the Gonzo.
Absolutely. And I've called it to his face, too, so I'm not ashamed of
And
it.
you call him Dreadhead to his face, too.
Yeah, but I'm not on the radio talking about whatever this is. What is this?
Podcast.
Man, I had a little bit too much. No, it's great.
No, we got a good group. Really good group.
We do have a good group of guys that play not only the Beach Boys but the BGA. I know there's a little strife going on in the Beach Boys right now with a couple people, and I've discussed it on the podcast before. This is no new secret, and we do need to get some things worked out with the Beach Boys to make it a little clearer for people. But
You can't
Hey,
fix
on
stupid.
that note, we need to make a shout out today for somebody in the Beach Boys. It's not doing too well.
I did that earlier, but yes, we do. This podcast is going to air a week later than the one that we talked about it. But a good friend of ours, Frank Manuma, right now currently is in the hospital, and he's not doing very good. And Frank is probably one of the nicest guys, besides you guys, but he's probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met and that I know. and when I found out like you guys, most of us did, is through our group me text message that his wife let everybody know that she was that he was in the hospital and he's in ICU, not doing well. It just like broke my heart, man, because that guy is such a good dude.
He is. So I met Murph at Golf Channel Am Tour event the first time, and he introduced me to Beach Boys. And the first time I played Beach Boys was with Frank, and he made me feel very, very comfortable, and he didn't have to, and he's always went out of his way to be a decent guy, and respectful and enjoyable and fun. He will cut you quick.
Yeah.
And not even smile about it, but he'll know he did it. So yeah, we definitely wish him well. A true veteran.
Yeah, man.
Air Force veteran. Just a great human being.
He is a great guy. And so, and like I said on last week's podcast, that just pray. Hope everybody can send up a little prayer for him that he gets better. We need to have him out on the golf course. He's one of the oldest Beach Boys members. Troy, you've been in a long time though too, right?
Yeah, I was in it for a while, and then
Well, you were-
dropped out.
So when did you join the first time? When was you a member the first time?
Oh god, I was in the mid '90s.
Mid 90s?
Really?
Yeah, mid '90s. Yeah.
So 20 years, 30, almost 30 years.
Yeah, but I dropped out after like about 4 or 5 years and stopped golfing. Yeah.
So after 4 or 5 years, then you quit golfing for a while, and then you joined back up. When was the second time you joined back up?
When I came back with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I golf with all the originals.
So
like,
this-
Dookie, the Macalenas, all the originals. Frank, Tommy,
Tommy Fa, yeah. I mentioned his name too about being one of the original guys. Was Frank an original guy? I don't think Frank was an
I
original.
don't think he was an original. It was mainly Steve Walsh, the Macalenas, like I said,
Yeah.
Dookie. There's so many. I mean, when you used to go out there, there's like probably 40 to 50 guys going out there.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it was a very large group. They take 30 or 40 guys to Maui on an outer island trip because they used to do outer island trips all the time. And but yeah, so prayers go out to Frank and his family.
Absolutely.
And I just ask everybody to say a little prayer for him because he's too good of a guy. And you know what they say though, the good ones are always the first to go. The balance, Shep and Dan, you guys will be here forever.
Forever. Telling the story of Coolina, 2020 state championship, VJ. So, Troy, wait a minute. Now, you say you played golf in the 90s, and you were just sitting here talking about if I played golf as y'all did, as long as y'all did.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
sure my calculations are right here. I didn't start playing golf until after that. So, I think you played golf longer than me. I don't care about the break that you took.
What
Not
year?
my problem.
No, I started. Tommy got me into it when I was bartending Dukes. He got me into it.
What year was
Never touched a
that?
Golf club before in my life.
Tommy who?
Tommy Fa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
What year was that?
And, it was probably mid to late '90s, and then we had problems with the Beach Boys at that. We had some of us decided that it was best for us to break away, and so I didn't golf again. So I took probably about a 8-10 year break from touching a club.
not my problem. You started golfing in the early 90s. That's what it sounds like to me. The break is on you, brother.
Well, hold
We've been
on.
playing the same amount of time.
I got a question for you, Murph.
Didn't I tie you today and you're a what handicap?
Oh.
I mean, what?
Didn't we both have 76?
With net.
Hey.
Oh, net.
So yeah, we tied just like it's supposed to happen, right?
Yep.
But I didn't get my full handicap.
You're not gonna get your full
You
handicap. You're not gonna because you tied me today. You're not gonna.
I got a question for you, Murph.
Yep.
So all those issues, right? I'm pretty sure every golf group has them. What's your philosophy on fixing those issues?
Yeah, the problem with it is that you're not going to make everybody happy. There's always going to be somebody that's not happy with the way things are done. My philosophy on it is that you have to make the majority happy. you got to make the majority of the guys want to come out and play golf. And if you lose a couple of people because of that, then you lose a couple of people. It's better to make the majority happy, in my opinion. It's better to make the majority happy than make a few happy. And I mean, being the president of the club, I don't think I should have the power to say this is the way it's going to be and this is the only way it's going to be. I believe that as a group, a majority of us, the majority should have the right to vote, and whatever the majority votes on, that's what we do. And if the few that are in the minority that don't agree with that don't want to play anymore, then that's on them. But I think it's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. I just don't think that you try to make the minority happy and lose more guys. I mean, this club used to be gigantic. Yeah. This club used to have 30, 40 guys in it. We have maybe 12 or 14 that show up regularly, maybe a little more here lately, 16. I think you got to make the majority of the guys happy. And so Troy and I have talked about this, and I need to talk to Steve. There's a couple of things that, and I know Steve listens to the podcast all the time. So Steve, I'll be getting a hold of you and discussing a few things about what I think we need to do. But I think we just got to take care of the majority of the guys so that we don't lose the majority of them. We don't need our club to be any smaller.
Yeah. No, it's the same approach that I'm very transparent. Like I talk to Dan pretty much every day about regarding VGA, and same thing with you, Murph. Like no matter what organization you have, you're always gonna, even if it's in the commercial business field, you're always gonna have, I call them cancer. The one or two people that are just bad for the group, and you just got to rip them out before it bleeds over to the other guys. I'm just wondering.
And there's been mention of a couple of guys that guys want to get rid of. And I understand their position, but I think that you got to have a reason to get rid of them. Just because you don't like them, just because you don't like them or like their personality or whatever it may be, I don't think that should be the determining factor whether or not they get to stay in a club or not. I think it's got to be something, more serious than that. And we do have rules about that. I mean, Steve brought that stuff up here not too long ago about, you're not going to disrespect people, fight, or, cause problems with the club, or you're going to be out, because everybody's out there to have a good time. None of us are pro golfers. We're not playing for millions of dollars. Although Dan winning $5 off to me may feel like $1 million to him. But we're not out there making millions. It's out there about having a good time and spending time with each other, because it's not quite the same philosophy as the VGA, where as veterans, you're looking out for those guys, because there's a lot of negative thoughts that those guys have, and getting them out together and golfing, that helps. That helps. It's sort of like that with the Beach Boys, but it's not really that to that extent. So guys want to have a good time, and if they're not having a good time, they're not going to come out.
Right. It's important to keep in mind your mission statement of whatever your club is.
Yep.
The VGA has a very specific mission, and it's not about money, and it's not really about the game.
It's not even about winning. Yeah.
And giving everyone the ability to have the camaraderie and a place to feel what we felt when we were in.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us that were in, that's what we miss the most. We don't miss the action. We don't miss the PT. We don't miss the jobs, right? We miss the camaraderie that we felt, and we get that through the VGA. And honestly, the mission of the VGA is very important to keep in thought. The mission of the Beach Boys is about fun and golf.
Right.
Right? And yes, there's money involved, and yes, there's, we made our money grab belt, and we've done all this stuff to make it a little more exciting or motivate us a little differently. But if we don't have the fun, no matter where it is, if it's the Beach Boys or if us four golf together and we don't have fun anymore, we shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's the bottom line.
Absolutely.
If I'm not having fun, I can like you guys a lot, care about you and your families and everything that you do and don't want nothing bad to happen to you. But I'm not going to play golf with you if I can't have fun playing golf no more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the problem is when people get into a club or an organization and their viewpoint changes or their mission statement is different than the mission statement of the club, where money becomes the important part of their club, basically, of their reason for doing it, it's no longer fun. And I think that's where we get a few people that get that way, right? Paying you guys hurts a lot. Not the money amount that I have to pay you, right?
Exactly.
And taking your
I don't care if it's
chump
$1.
change makes me feel really good.
Exactly.
Right?
Took our pride.
But honestly, knowing that I can pick up the phone and talk to you or call you and say, hey, I got a problem or I need help or just to hear your voice to talk me off the ledge.
Yeah.
As a veteran, as a person, I lost my mom and dad and I couldn't have, within a month of each other, and I couldn't have made it through without people just calling and talking. And you didn't even know you were doing it, right? You didn't know that I called to talk to you because of that reason. I called to talk to you about the VGA. I called to talk to you about golf. I called to talk to you about doing this. But it was really about me getting my mind right and helping me through a very troubling situation of losing them both in 30 days.
Yep.
And that's really, truly, to me, the friendships that I've gained through the Beach Boys, through the VGA, and Murph, I met you through the Golf Channel AM, the one or two tournaments we played together during that time period when it was still alive. You can't beat that. And you're going to always have a member in a club or members or people that their mission is different than the mission of the club.
Yeah.
And you're not going to make them happy.
You're seeing it with the PGA too, right now, with that Super League that they're trying to build.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys about that. You guys heard about the Super Golf League? The PGA ain't playing though. They told them anybody thinking about leaving to go to that league, you will be suspended immediately from the PGA.
Or will they lose their card?
And expelled. Yeah.
Lifetime is what they put out. Lifetime.
Yeah, lifetime.
Which
and none of the ones I've heard, the only one that's even entertaining the ideal of it that I've heard was Phil Mickelson. JT and Rory, they nipped that in the bud right away, saying, we're not doing it. The PGA is giving us what we have, and we're trying to make a legacy for ourselves, winning majors, winning tournaments, cementing our place in the PGA Tour, and that is nothing but a money grab.
Yeah, I have a little bit of problem with that stance. I'm not against the PGA for taking that. Obviously I'm not very smart and I'm not on the board or anything. But I have a little bit of problem with that. I think if these guys want to play, if I were them and I wanted to play and I'm not getting the play time that I get on the PGA, why can't I just go over there and fulfill my needs?
Well, it's the same thing that happened in Europe with that Super League with the soccer team. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, it's similar. Yeah, I heard about
teams. Dude, they were rioting. Like the Chelsea fans, the hooligans went out there. They were destroying the town. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because they were over there like, fuck Super League, and they wouldn't let the buses come in to play their games and stuff like that. But they got what they wanted. They stopped the Super League with that thing.
Well, don't you think it's going to stoke the PGA a little bit? No. Not the money, right? But if you look at the NFL, remember when the Arena League came out? Mm-hmm. You may not remember, Shep. You're too young back in India back then. But the rest
California,
of us, we remember,
not India.
we remember that league, and the NFL took a stance back then that they were not going to bring anybody. But you know what they did? They took a lot of guys out of that league and incorporated them back into the NFL. So it was kind of like a stepping stone. Why can't this be the same thing?
Here's the reason why this isn't the same thing, is because that league, the Super Golf League, is not going after the bottom tier guys. They're going after the top 25 guys in the PGA.
So what are they going to do with world rankings?
They wouldn't be part of it. If they're done, well, I shouldn't say that. They brought that up, and one of the things was they may not be part of it, and then are they going to be part of it? They have to revamp it. But not only is the PGA against it, the European Tour is against it also.
So say like JT, right? What is he, number 3 in the world right now? Whatever.
Something like that,
the top American. So say he does decide to go over to the Super League, right? And then it comes time for the Olympics, like in 2024. Okay, does he not? Because he doesn't have, he'll lose his PGA card. But I guess would he play as an amateur? And then what would the USGA and the RNA do?
No, because those teams are picked. Who's picking them?
No,
Who picks the PGA?
The Olympics pick who plays. But
How
base
do
them
they
off
pick
the
it?
PGA, that's the problem.
They
or the
base
USGA
them off-
ratings.
Yeah, off their world rankings.
Right.
So what would they do about the world rankings in that situation?
They probably wouldn't be world ranked if they're not in the PGA
So they would be
or the European Tour.
Yeah, but a lot of the pros are backing out of the Olympics anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the top, half of the.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a moot point. I don't even think that would come to it. But the fact that, they're talking about it's the Super League is going to be, or the Super Golf League is going to be team based. So they're going to have team captains. That's why they approach. I could see Mickelson doing it. The reason being this: Mickelson's on the way down. He's done. He's not trying to. There's nothing he can prove.
I mean,
now.
did he just win the Champions Tour by 10 strokes a couple of months ago?
Yeah, he's 2-0 in Champions Tour play, and then he comes back to the PGA and misses cuts. And I brought that up when we were talking about that, me and somebody else, and they said, well, you do realize the Champions Tour, they shorten those courses for those guys. It's a totally different setup than what the PGA is.
I could see some other players going over there. Maybe not top names, but top branding names.
But
Pat Perez, I'd love to see him over there.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't.
See him on the top of something would be amazing. I think he's an amazing guy.
But they're what I heard was their purpose for creating the Super Golf League was so that the top players can compete, and that's a set thing. They don't get to choose what they get to play or what they don't play.
So if the Super Golf League has an event the same week as the Masters, what happens?
If they're part of the Super Golf League, they'll be playing Super Golf League.
Well, the PGA is not going to let them play the Masters anyway.
No,
Or the
if they go, if they're done, they're done. If they go to the Super Golf League, they're being suspended immediately and possibly expelled.
What pays more, the Super Golf League?
Well, they're going to pay those guys, I think, $30 million to play,
Just to enter?
just to play. I mean, just to sign up for it.
I got to go to the range.
I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think they're going to come knocking on your door. Troy, what do you think? Troy, what do you think? Are they going to come knocking on Shep's door to join the Super League?
$30 million just to sign up for the Super League?
That's how I read it. I
think
could be
you're right.
wrong.
That's what I thought it was higher than. I thought it was $39 million, depending up to $39 million, depending on who they get.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, they're after Phil Mickelson as one of the captains, and he was. I mean, he didn't come out and flat out,
Say no.
say no. JT, Rory, they're definitely no-goes. I don't know about Dustin Johnson. I don't know if he's been approached, but they were asking those guys last week about it, and so
I say if you want good TV ratings, you put a bunch of scrubs like the four of us out there, and we take on any other foursome out there, and then we just talk crap.
For $30 million, I'll embarrass myself.
I'll walk around TV naked,
yeah, I don't.
I could jump on that, but I'm going to let it go.
Exactly.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, I think it's I'll watch it. There's no doubt. If this goes off, I don't care who they get because.
I mean, I'd watch it. I mean, it's golf, but I don't. I mean, you got to. What are they going to do about TV deals? What are they going to do about sponsorship? This is all coming. This isn't local. This isn't from the U.S. This is coming from the United
UAE,
United Arab Emirates.
Yeah,
that's coming from over there. They got the money. They ain't going to be an issue. But what are they going to do about TV rights? What are they going to do about the PGA? Has all that shit locked up. What are they going to do about sponsorships if they're going to have sponsors?
Isn't the Ryder Cup the number one ranked or televised event for golf when it comes biannually? It's like the number one TV.
It might be.
So I think that's the whole goal of it, is to create like a Ryder Cup to get the viewers in, just like the Ryder Cup.
Speaking of the Ryder Cup, what's your favorite tournament played?
The Ryder Cup.
players.
I said the Masters. Like the Masters.
I'm Ryder Cup guy too.
You would be.
What's your favorite major?
Masters.
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 Shocking.
No, I love the British, dude. The Open.
Really?
Yeah. Just
It's off this continent. That's why.
no, it's just to play those.
Yeah, it's over closer to your home.
Watching those assholes play those golf courses that are 500-600 years old. You know.
Yeah. No, I was talking to Kui about this earlier, but as far as tournaments, the tournament that I want to watch is the Ryder Cup. That is the tournament that I want to watch.
In the U.S.
Anywhere, actually. Yeah. Whether it's played over there or here.
I won't miss it. Don't get me wrong, but I like the Players. I just think the Players is a great tournament. But yeah, I think the Ryder Cup is phenomenal. And I predict the Americans will win this Ryder Cup this year.
They need to get rid of the frickin'
because we've sucked so bad recently. We need to.
They need to get rid of the President's Cup, man. That thing sucks.
Well, they just need to revamp it a little bit because we're dominant.
Or do like a mixed format with ladies.
That's what they should do.
Talking about golf?
Yeah.
Okay.
They should.
The top women and the top.
That's what they should do. Is they should do pairings, male-female pairings.
Because if you look at the LPGA, right, all their top female golfers are all from either Korea, Japan, you know. So, like, they really don't have a strong European base. So if you just combine the male and the female from the United States and the male and the female from those other countries besides Europe, you know, I think it'd be a better showing.
Yeah. But what happens when you get a trans woman in there playing?
Let's not start that whole politically correct.
Hey, I'll jump in on this.
No, I'm not. I'm being serious. I'm not trying to.
know.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just like, so.
What tees do
you
they
know?
play?
Do you guys know? I don't know of any trans women that are playing in golf
What
right
tees
now.
would you put a trans woman at?
Yeah. Do you think they have an advantage?
Do you play, Shep?
Play the same tees as you.
Okay. No, I'm senior.
Do they? Do they have an advantage over the male golfers?
A trans?
Yeah.
So a male identifying as a female
Yeah.
playing in a tournament have an advantage over a male.
Right.
Only if they're on a different set of tees. But a 77-year-old man playing from the forward tees with the same handicap as a man from
Here we go with it.
from the back tees has the same advantage.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Might as well be
that's why I said I'll jump on this.
So that 18-year-old Thai girl, right? That's just lighting up the LPGA,
Yeah.
right? She carries the driver like 290, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got like Danielle Kang. She straight up said like, "Oh, I'm getting driven by like 100 yards," right? Mm-hmm. Is that fair?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
So
Is she a man?
no,
Oh, well, then why isn't it
there
fair?
you go. Then you just let the trans lady pick whatever tees they want to play, I guess.
So you're saying that doesn't make a difference?
You still have to hit the goddamn
So
shot.
didn't the Olympics settle
Right.
this a few years back when they talked about it, that they had to go through the complete transformation in order to compete in the non-birth gender,
What did
Isn't
the
that
UFC? I don't know.
where they have to take all the shots and all the stuff?
Because
Change 'em.
that stuff happened in the UFC lately, right?
Oh, dude, that guy's killing those girls. I mean, he's pounding the shit out of these girls. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
It's a very slippery slope. The subject we get on, we're better off talking about Shep being Indian.
I'm not Indian for the 5th time.
I just think it's the way of the world. We just got to figure out how to live with it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it doesn't mean we have to agree or disagree.
No, I definitely don't agree that a man should be able to play in a women's
I
sport.
agree.
We know.
It puts all the girls at a disadvantage.
Right. I mean, but it's
Why should, if I have a daughter, why should my daughter not get a scholarship because she got beat out by a guy that identifies as a woman?
Well, it's the same thing like Tommy. Tommy's old as shit, right? And he plays forward than you. And then, you know, because of his age, right?
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that. Like, I'm not going to mention any names, But Dan and I were in a flight, and there was a guy in our flight, and because he's over 70, he gets to play the forward tees. I don't think that you should be able to play from those tees based on just on your age, because the guy can shoot 70s from the white tees. So there's no reason for him to play from the forward tees. Tommy is a little bit different story. Tommy doesn't hit it as far anymore. I don't have a problem with Tommy playing from the red tees. I don't want to give him full strokes playing from the red tees, obviously. But there's certain people that don't need to play from the forward tees. They can compete from the white tees.
So you could use the same argument was like, I guess, the trans people then, right? Depending on how far they hit it. Because we had this conversation regarding Jessica, right? A couple weeks ago. Because she pounds the golf ball.
Yeah, but you got
to today too.
Yeah, she did.
Yes,
Spanked the shit out of it. She could play the tips and freaking still
You
be
got a
there.
hand.
Okay,
on
so
both sides.
no, that's not the same argument, because let me ask you this. In Michelle Wee,
Okay.
she used to drive the ball 300 yards.
But so, okay, Michelle Wee, when she came out here and played the Sony when she was 16, she still played the same tees that the men played.
Correct.
So same thing. If they want to play an LPGA.
Did she beat him?
No.
Why not? She drove the ball 300 yards.
I don't know. I'm not her.
Well, that's what you're saying.
Obviously, you're not her.
Yeah, obviously
Let me
you're
tell
not
you
her.
what, you're not her at all. Not even close.
Not even
I
in
know,
the
I know,
same.
I know.
Not even close.
You don't think
level.
it should be the same thing? Like, you want to play in an L ball? Like, okay, never mind.
Here was my buddy's argument, who came out on Monday. The first year that Michelle tried to Monday qualify for the Sony Open. It was at Pearl Country Club. And I had a buddy that came out. He's a pro. Played on mini tours in Florida. And he tried to Monday qualify. Played at Pearl. He didn't make it. She didn't make it. But his claim to fame was, at least she didn't beat me, because she beat a lot of the other guys. After that first year, she started getting sponsor exemptions
Oh, okay.
to play. And she played good the one year. She did actually play pretty good.
Did she make the? She made the.
She
cut,
made the
right?
cut, yeah.
But the sponsors exemptions is a touchy subject, right? Because people want to complain that they're taking somebody else's place, and that the sponsors exemptions were developed for the tournament host to bring people to it. And giving her a sponsor exemption is very legit.
Okay, you say that as a fan of golf and as an observer of the tournament, but I bet you would not feel the same way if you were a playing pro trying to feed your family and make money and wanted to play in a tournament, and she got a sponsor's exemption and basically took a male pro's spot.
So that just happened last week, right? The guy that Monday qualified on the Valspar was all crying and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that guy.
And then he got sponsor exempt to this week's event. So it's the same thing. He didn't qualify.
But
he didn't make the cut at the Valspar either.
But my buddy can't go play on the LPGA tour
Why?
because he's a male.
We can identify, right? That's what we're talking about right now.
No, we're not. We're talking about Michelle Wee, who never identified as a male, playing on the men's
And
tour.
she's not.
Playing on a male?
From what I can tell,
No,
she's not a male or close to it.
No, she just had a baby, by the way. But she can come and play on the PGA Tour. But
If she qualifies.
no, she got a
got
sponsor's
sponsor
exemptions. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't affect me because it's not me.
Yeah.
But if I was a playing pro,
No, I see what
like
you're
my
saying.
buddy was, and I don't have an opportunity to play because she got a sponsor's exemption, I don't have that same opportunity to go play on the LPGA.
So get rid of sponsors exemptions and make them all qualify the same way.
But the sponsors exemptions are set up for the tournament's host.
Right. And I agree with Dan's
And
thing.
That's what they're for. They do not have to give them out. They don't even have to fill those.
No, they don't. And a lot of the
fill them
players,
with what they want.
and they also fill it because John Daly did it several times. Was they also fill them by the pros will write a letter asking for a sponsorship exemption to play in their tournament.
Jordan Spieth, John Deere. How do you think he got over to the British Open?
And so,
those are all sponsor exemptions.
yeah, and I agree with that. I don't think you should get rid of them. I agree that because as a tournament host, if I want to draw a lot of people, I'm going to invite somebody that I know is going to draw a lot. And I don't have a problem with. Let me clarify that. I'm not complaining. Excuse me. That Michelle, we got sponsors exemptions. I'm not saying that at all. She's obviously from here, and sure, you want your local person playing. Yeah. A lot of tournament hosts invite a sponsor exemption to a local player so that they can play in their tournament in the hometown. I'm not complaining at all that she got sponsor exemptions. What I'm saying is it fair to those guys that are working to try to feed their families and make money and make a living to have a spot taken by somebody that's not even on their tour? That's all I'm saying.
You know the way to fix that? Super Golf League.
Oh my God!
And it all comes back around.
Look,
and it all comes back.
Shouldn't be gender specific.
No,
right? And that's what they've proven with Michelle Wie, and they haven't done it hardly since then, where they've let a female play in a male event. But we got off the subject because you were talking about transgender or identifying as another gender, which is a totally different subject than what happened there. She was made to play from the same tees as men. That's
correct.
Fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Totally fair.
Is it fair that a male that has had no physical altercation or changes to his body is in his biological, if you will, I don't know how to even say it. I could call my wife and ask her, but to play from the forward tees or the same tees that the women's play from?
I don't think so. I don't think so either. I don't.
But
I
the
don't
other way
is
is if a woman wants to play in a man's game, then they should be able to play from the same spot, and that's what they've done. She's not Michelle Wie. Michelle Wie is not the only one that's done that.
Yeah,
but that's not the point I was trying to make. I wasn't saying
you were talking about transgenders going into males going into a female league.
But we were just talking about, like, it's all about ability, right? We were just talking about on Saturday about Lydia Ko, right? One of the greatest golf swings on tour right now. But if she went over there and tried to qualify for the Sony Open, she wouldn't make it because of her length. She just she couldn't. She's not physically capable of. But someone like Michelle Wie can.
Well, maybe we won't know because she never had to Monday qualify. And the one Monday qualifier she played, she did not qualify.
She's a huge human being, by the way. She's taller than me.
Oh, she's
huge.
Well, I wouldn't classify her as huge. She's tall.
She's tall. That's what I meant, not huge.
Yeah, because I don't classify you as even close to huge.
Yeah.
I'm tall.
You're like a pebble.
Thanks, bud.
No issues. Kick it to the side, go on to the next.
Thanks, bud.
Go get me some Murph.
All right, fellas. Well, I think after an hour and a half of rambling on about different topics, we should probably wrap this podcast up. If anybody out there has any questions or comments or requests for any topics, please shoot me an email at murphsplace808@gmail.com. I want to thank my guests today, Richard Shepard, Dan Messner, and of course, the always quiet but deadly Troy Wirtz. And when I'm referring to deadly, I'm not talking about his golf game.
Strike two.
Strike two.
First, I never got my first strike. What are you talking about? No. So, Shep, have a good trip here in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, bud.
Do well in the tournament, and we'll talk about it when you get back.
Don't embarrass the Army or the Hawaii VGA.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll try. I'm not the one that you have to worry about embarrassing the Hawaii VGA, but that's a.
Who else is going from here?
So it's me, Jacob Wan, who's been playing out of his frickin' mind the last couple months. He's going to be representing the Air Force, and Joe Sueda is going to be representing the Marine Corps.
Is Brian going for the Coast Guard?
No, he had to drop out because he just made E9, so he'll be in class.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But he'll be back for the state championship.
Yeah.
So think about that. Hawaii is sending 3 people to this tournament.
Yep.
And that's the best of the Army of the West Coast, of the West region, the Air Force of the West region. We qualified for the Coast Guard of the West region. And of course, Shep had no competition.
I was going to say, be careful when you say best of the best. There was only one person he had to beat, and that was himself.
Always a default there,
but
right?
he's used to beating himself.
Exactly.
He's been beating himself forever.
Yeah.
For years, ever since I picked up the stupid game.
So I mean, that's pretty impressive that we have 4 people that could represent us. So I
And
think
you got
that's
to
a
think
good
about
thing
where
to
we
say.
were. Like Murph, like when Terry Davis was over, it was me, you, TD, and frickin' Andy. So there was only 4 of us when I first took over this chapter. Now we're hosting the biggest tournaments in the nation, which is just crazy to think about. And we're doing it every other week on 3 different land masses. So it's pretty cool.
That is cool. So hats off to you, Shep, for doing such a great job with the VGA. I know some guys like I said when we were talking earlier, you're not going to make everybody happy. So you just got to worry about the majority of guys and move on from there. But good luck in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about it when you get back.
Appreciate it, bud.
And also, Chet, if you want to make your change before you go, I'm sure that the other 3 of us will support you.
Oh yeah.
To move up to the ladies' tees.
Yeah, we
I might need every yard I could get out there. Like it might be worth
You
it.
got this.
It's not your length.
no
The problem.
No, it's definitely not
That's
your
what
length.
I've been told. And it's more about.
It's a
if
6
you could
inches
just keep it in the same zip code when you hit the ball, you'd be a lot better off.
Hey, I did that today. Minus on 17.
All right. Well, good luck. Dan, thank you for being on the show again.
Honor to be here.
Tell your lovely wife thank you for what she does. And I'm going to give her some time to get settled in and get going. But I definitely want to try to have her on the show, even if I have to come there and we'll do a show
Mobile
from
podcast. Huh?
We'll do it from
whatever you need, she'd be proud. She's
from the clinic, so she can talk about it and promote her business, and hopefully the people listening locally will give her some business and go see her.
I think she'd be honored to be here. Just got to keep it a little calmer than what Shep allows you to do here today.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
thanks for taking the time, putting up with us, and I'll definitely come back after I win the state championship that you won't, and the world tour when we get over.
You might not want to come back after you lose the state championship to me, but
Are we taking the podcast to Thailand?
I thought about it. I actually really, I don't know. I don't know about the logistics of bringing everything. I mean, I'd have to take all the mics and the mixer and stuff. I don't know. I think it's too much of a hassle. What I may do is I may bring just the mics and my Zoom handheld recorder, and then record a bunch of stuff there.
Hey, we all get 4 free bags, man. Japan Airlines.
We get 4 free bags.
Yeah, first class, baby. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. We are flying first class, man. You guys hooked us up on those tickets. That was excellent. Jeez, that thing looks awesome. I can't wait. And Troy, thank you for being here today. Just a reminder for those listening local, ITS Clean Hawaii, that's your solution for cleaning up your businesses. Troy does a great job, has a bunch of great guys working for him, including myself and Shep right now. And thanks for coming on, Troy.
Thank you, sir.
Troy, last thing before we leave, I kind of close out all the shows, and I'll get back to you two on the flip around. Any advice for somebody just starting to play golf? What's one bit of advice you could give them?
Man, if I could say anything, it would be just go out and have fun. I mean, don't overthink. Just go out and have fun.
Okay.
I definitely made those mistakes of trying to overthink everything, every hole. If you laugh, you have fun, you shoot way better.
Yep, I agree with that. Dan, how about you?
Quit chasing the yards and chip and putt, chip and putt, chip and putt, chip and putt.
Good advice. Shep?
And don't take advice from Shepherd.
Yeah. Hey, learn about yourself before you get a coach to learn about you. That's my biggest thing.
Okay, that's good. That's good too. Yeah. And I'd agree with all 3 of those things. So no need for me to throw my 2 cents in. All right, guys. Thanks again. And if you're out there playing golf, hit them straight, hit them long, but don't hit them often. Aloha, everybody. We'll see you next week.